By now everyone know who Mick Gordon is, legendary video game composer and sound designer, known for composing music for Need for Speed, Prey, the Wolfenstein series, and his most popular work, Doom. He's literally the Doom man. The Doom soundtrack won like Game Awards for best score. I can see why it did. Normally when you play video games, the music is usually always the background, and you're not really supposed to hear it. It just adds something to your ears to listen to. But when you play a game like Doom and listen to Mick Gordon's track, it's literally the game. Like, just watch the gameplay without the music. Now that shit lame. Now hear it with music. Obviously it's not a Doom track if there's no guitar, so get like a guitar and try to tune it as low as you can. No, not low. Nah. Still not low enough. Nope. Yes. Ideally you want a low tune guitar, so if you got like an 8-string hanging around, that's a great choice. But most likely you're just only going to be using just the first 2 strings. That's all you're doing. We're not doing anything fancy, you know. Simple riff, you know. And you just repeat this, repeat this, repeat this. Then obviously, oh shit. I spent a lot of money on this, you know. A is still not low enough. Let's go even lower. You get the idea. What? And then probably for like the final, you want something kind of really harsh. Add like this weird flanger. Oh, whoa. Bass, you just play the exact same thing what you do on a guitar. Oh my god. This is hard. What makes a Doom track very aggressive is it's really the sound design and the sound choice. To kind of give you that idea, like this sound for example that I made. Basically a sine with some parameters which I'm automating with these weird effects. Add like this weird eerie sound. Yeah, I had a lot of drop. There's like this weird thing I added too. This one's just a loop. So yeah, this is a brass shot that I made. And I just basically freeze it. Here's a bass one. I just removed all the high end because I forgot to put a sub. So I just made my own sub. There's this eerie thing I made. All it is just basically a white noise with flanger. Yeah, a lot of processing. Yeah, I just did a bunch of weird pitching stuff. That's all. And this is just an auto pan to give that weird effect. These are just samples I found. Oh, there's like a choir scream. And don't forget some impact. Your first intro should sound like this if you're doing everything right. Okay, so now for the second part. If you listen to a lot of Mick Gordon's tracks, a lot of his electronic stuff, it sounds like this weird industrial dubstep whoopiness. There's this video where he explains his process when making the Doom soundtrack. It's really interesting. To sort of summarize what he was talking about. Basically, you would take like an input, MIDI or audio it can be. But basically I'd use audio, so I took a MIDI that I programmed. Basically it's the same synth that I'm using for the first part of the track. It sounds like this. I consolidated it into audio. Basically, I've duplicated this multiple times because this is where things got interesting. He would take basically like how many signals of that input and just start throwing it into his effects, pedals. I just use plugins in this case. There's this really cool plugin I really like called Portal. This is like some weird glitch effect. I'm not sure what it really does, but basically it's like modulating the pitch, the grain delays, and all that stuff. Sounds like this. Really, you just basically trying to destroy the sound. I did that to pretty much all the tracks with different variations of plugins and all that, so I got a bunch of these weird sounds. And then I took all these sounds and I arranged it into something like this. I added this weird synth lead. Basically, by using the flanger effect, you get this weird This is just basically some atmosphere sound. This is basically like some weird square bass sound I made. Oh, I forgot to mention, you want to add a metal drum kit. Well, if you do everything right, that's your track. Yeah, lots of drive. Let's just, hear it.